Okay, so let's look at the combine times for the wide receivers last night. We talked to, was it Schrags?
Schrags, Dan Jeremiah?
Daniel Jeremiah, maybe. I'll tell you what, normally pretty good memory, but all this shit is kind of blending together.
I have 20 guests this week.
Daniel, it's been an awesome week. We'll look back on this week and think about how fucking cool this all has been. And who knows what's even happening tonight in Miami.
Yeah, here we go.
SmackDown, 8 o'clock on Fox. I mean, who knows? What I don't.
No.
Just like I didn't know what was going to happen in the conversation with Vince when he offered me the goddamn thing. I don't know if you guys saw my heart rate spike whenever he offered me that thing. There's an outlier up at 150. My heart rate went up to like, oh my God, is this very real? But whenever you start thinking about the depth of speed that is all of a sudden very real in all these guys that are coming out of college, is it because we know more about the human body than we ever have in the past? Yes. Is it because we know better strength and conditioning programs that get you in a position to be the most explosive you could possibly be? Yes. Are guys just naturally going to get better at things as they continue to practice because of, technique and the drive and like, hey, have good form and everything like that? There are so many fast dudes down. Mm-hmm. Last night, 4.28, Taekwon Thornton out of Baylor, wide receiver. He led the class. It was originally 4.21, I think. And we got to talk about the network.
Come on.
Hey.
Do better.
I'm not going to say it because it's a very tired take. But doing things just for clicks and for eyes is I feel like something of the past. Now, granted, still get eyes, still get clicks. But on the other end of it, a lot of people look dumb now. Because we learn so much so quickly and we're in an information age, people used to be able to just say some stuff that wasn't real and then they'll retract it later. You never hear that. Say some stuff that wasn't real, then you retract it. Say, they were saying everybody was 0.15 faster than they actually were yesterday, and that was becoming gospel everywhere. Yeah. There's 3 people that were faster than Tyreek Hill and John Ross yesterday whenever they ran. One of them was a defensive lineman. Somehow, some way, these numbers were nowhere near what they actually were. And we have boots on the ground at the combine.
Yeah, we do.
I'm not just saying coaches and equipment managers and everything else like that, but these guys are getting messages after they run their first 40 from people that are watching on TV telling them, hey, you don't need to run again because how good the time is. Then it's not for 15, 20 minutes later, whenever the entire period is already ended, where you find out the official time that's happening, laser time, and it's a much slower time. Granted, these guys incredibly fast, but if a couple of these dudes who chose not to run again, who knows what they could tap into? It's a wild time. And are they doing that on purpose?
Maybe.
Hey, you hear somebody runs a 4.21, well, very serious stuff is happening in the world at the same exact time. Schrags is up there wearing an incredible suit covering. Rich Eisen, Gio's there. Daniel Jeremiah is there. Charles Davis is there.
What?
I forget. There's a bunch of people covering that whole thing. And there's very real stuff happening in the world. By the way, we hope everybody's okay. Let's get somehow cooler heads prevail somehow.
Yeah, T's and P's.
I don't know how it's going to happen, but let's hope that. But whenever you hear somebody just ran a 4.21, somebody just ran a 4.22, it's like, all right, I'm going to go check this out.
Exactly.
Got me.
Yeah.
Hook, line, and sinker. And then it wasn't until 30 minutes later, it was like, I actually ran 4.28, 4.39, that particular person. I'm like, how are you that far off? Because I can watch a punt. I used to be able to watch a punt, the hang time, and I put it down. I'm like, all right, I'm probably going to be within 0.05 of what that thing is. I don't know how they've been off so much. 0.1 being off in a 40 is the difference between being a first rounder and being a 5th rounder. That is a massive mistake to make, but I guess we can't blame anybody. It's drawing eyes, it's bringing eyeballs. I've enjoyed watching these dudes run, but the speed is fantastic, but nowhere near what it was being marketed
and we heard from a source the times weren't supposed to come out until after the second 40, so things like that didn't happen where people would maybe get messages, hey, your first 40 is good enough, don't run the second.
Yeah, because pro days are going to happen. Guys can get back in there. And I guess if you're running 4.2 or 4.3, people are like, that's fucking fast.
Sure. Yeah.
But I didn't know how they were off so much. Now, the 2 wide receivers from Ohio State become the fastest tandem out of a same school since other wide receivers out of Ohio State, Terry McLaurin and Paris Campbell, ran the fastest 40. 2 sub-4.4 times out of Ohio State for Garrett Wilson and Chris Olave. 4.39 and 4.38. Second pair of wide receiver teammates since 2006 to run sub 4 times at the same combine. The only other duo, Scary Terry and Paris Campbell. That's via Field Yates. Now, Paris Campbell's obviously gotten injured, unfortunately, but both of those guys have been electrifying in the NFL when they've had their time. Scary Terry much more than Paris. Paris Campbell also got the number 1 jersey in Indianapolis. He also wore that he didn't play that much. He got hurt. He got unlucky. But whatever the case, speed kills matchups. That's all anybody's looking for. Let's make sure we get him accurate.
And those guys, Garrett Wilson, if you look at Daniel Jeremiah, he has him as the 5th or 6th overall player, number 1 wide receiver. and then Olave's like 20th. So those guys just definitely like just locked up.
Connor, your thoughts on the combine as a whole? Did you just watch it all day, every day? Is that what you've been up to these days?
Yeah, me and Gompy stayed for a little bit, watched the quarterbacks, throw the pigskin too. But also,
How'd they do?
Malik Willis, I believe his last name is. He threw some pretty balls.
I saw some clips of him having great ball. His calves too, by the way.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, massive.
And then there's a video going around of him donating something he got from Nike. Nike gave an entire bag of stuff. I assume Adidas did as well, and Under Armour. I don't know if he's a Nike guy. He was donating something he got out of the Combine Nike gift bag to a homeless person on the street here in Indianapolis. And he didn't do it for the cameras, although a camera did find him doing it. That's obviously something that is fantastic to see and read and hear about.
Bring him home.
But I don't think we know it. To Pittsburgh, Malik, yeah?
Bring them home.
Okay.
I think you guys are at the point where it's like, you guys got Carson Wentz. You just need to realize that.
No.
Carson's going to Pittsburgh.
Yeah, that guy can sling it.
That's something that you're trying to speak into existence, which worries me because you do that quite a bit.
It does seem like I do have that.
But maybe you
happens.
speak that in existence for like the Commanders. Maybe Carson Wentz goes to Commanders and we're both happy.
Oh, that'd be great. Him go to Washington, D.C. That's exactly where Carson Wentz is supposed to go.